Good morning and welcome. It's the final Monday in the month of January. Wow. We've had like 16 Mondays, but hey, come on. We're down to the final one, and the next time it's a Monday, it will be in February. Welcome to your numero uno breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria. It's going to be an exciting show we have in store for you this morning. Now, so whatever you're doing, if you're going to drop the kids off, if you are, planning to get to work, all of that, well, we are here to serve you the perfect mix of inspiration, motivation, entertainment, and set you on the right path. Now, normally the way you begin your week will set the pace for everything, or the way you begin your Monday will probably set the pace for how the week will go. It doesn't necessarily follow to format every time, but hey, come on, there's nothing wrong with beginning great. My name is Mike Mesikeno. I'm here to ensure that you have a wonderful time. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. Now it's the 27th, like I mentioned. January is almost over. So hey, come on, talk to us. What have you been doing? How has your January been? We're going to have 1 hour 45 minutes to ensure that we get you up to speed. Now you can hit us up on social media. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC to interact with us across our social media platforms. It's at TVC Entertainment, including YouTube, where you can watch the show live. Other options to catch the show live are on our website, tvcentertainment.tv/live-stream. And then you can also do it via app, available on the Apple iOS Store and the Google Play Store. And if it's GOTV you are checking us out on, that will be channel 16. StarTimes will be 121. And the terrestrial band will be the ultra high frequency 49. That's where you should tune into. And voila, Wake Up Nigeria is in your face. It's going to be a wonderful Monday. Let's tell you what we have in store for you on the menu for today. We'll kick off with a musical performance, and we have Adebowale, who is a professional Afro R&B artist known for his style of music. We're going to be having a performance from him this morning. And then we would have a motivation, and this morning we have Fola Daniel Adelesi for motivation. We're still continuing what we spoke about last time on VUCA. Well, you need to tune in to get the scope of what we're talking about. D Major is a stand-up comedian, actor, and who is also a brand strategist. He's passionate about the growing comedy circuit in Nigeria and has created platforms like Rendezvous, Laugh Therapy, Silicon and Transistors, and others. We'll be having a chat with him a little bit later.
What I mean is there's no tall man in Akwa. Yeah, I don't even think they do better, but not even they're under 6 feet.
You know, the hype men, they always form like say they actually.
Well, that's the size of what we have for you all on the show. When it comes to the menu, it's a carousel. It's something that you'd expect for a Monday morning to kickstart your week. Just chill, sit back, relax, and we'll take this very short time and I'll be back with the news. For an update on happenings in the news scene, Wake Up Nigeria is the place that you get all of that. Good morning and welcome. This is the news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Mesikeno. President Bola Tinubu arrived yesterday at Dar es Salaam, capital of Tanzania, to participate in the Africa Heads of State Energy Summit scheduled to hold today, Monday and Tuesday. The summit, hosted by the government of Tanzania in collaboration with the African Development Bank Group and the World Bank, aims to advance Mission 300, an initiative to provide electricity access to 300 million people in Africa by 2030. President Tinubu was received by Foreign Minister of Tanzania, Ambassador Mahmoud Kombo, and Charge d'Affaires of Nigeria High Commission to Tanzania, Ambassador Salisu Suleiman. On arrival, the president inspected the guard of honor mounted by the elite troops of the Tanzanian army. The summit will provide a platform for sharing knowledge, expertise, and resources to address Africa's energy challenges. The military has killed 70 terrorists, including some of their commanders, during operations in the northeast region of the country. However, 22 gallant officers were killed while several others were wounded in action. The Directorate of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, confirmed that the incident happened during a clearance operation at a terrorist stronghold and enclave known as Timbuktu Triangle. He said the three-pronged operation was aimed at dismantling the terrorist presence with a triangle. The DHQ said the terrorists deployed improvised explosive devices, suicide bombers, as well as vehicle-borne improvised explosive devices to ward off troops' advance and attacks. In July, 7 troops were killed when their vehicle hit a landmine in a village where the Islamic State West Africa province is active. The 15-year-old insurgency has killed at least 40,000 persons and displaced around 2 million from their homes in the northeast. The violence spilled into neighboring Niger, Chad, and Cameroon, leading to the creation of a regional force to fight the militants. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have intercepted a consignment of Loud, a synthetic strain of cannabis concealed in duvet package for export to the United Kingdom through the cargo shed of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos. 2 suspects linked to the bid to export the consignments to the UK were arrested following the discovery by NDLEA officers on Tuesday. A statement issued by the NDLEA Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, said 6 parcels of the psychoactive substance with a gross weight of 3.50 kilograms were concealed inside the duvet, and some suspects were arrested. Meanwhile, the commands across the country continue their war against drug abuse, sensitization lectures, and advocacy visits to worship centers, schools, workplaces, palaces of traditional rulers, and communities all through the past week in its war against illicit drug trafficking and consumption. What's happening in the sporting world? Well, it was a very big one. In the final of the Australian Open, as Yannick Sinner underlined why he is the world's best men's player by securing back-to-back Australian Open titles with a merciless victory over Alexander Zverev. The Italian top seed delivered in the decisive moments to win 6-3, 7-6, 6-3 in straight sets against the second seed. Despite an ongoing case hanging over him, Sinner has been able to block out the noise. And then on to football with the EPL. Tottenham Hotspurs suffered a 4th consecutive Premier League defeat as Leicester City completed a stunning comeback to climb out of the relegation zone. Brazilian striker Richarlison had opened the scoring for Spurs after the half-hour mark, heading in a brilliant cross from defender Pedro Porro. Leicester captain Jamie Vardy equalized from close range a minute into the second half. Ruud van Nistelrooy's side were ahead 4 minutes later when midfielder Bilal called in a fantastic effort from 25 yards into the bottom corner. Leicester's win lifts the Foxes into 17th, 1 point above Wolves, who drop into the bottom 3 as a result. Now, in other results, Brentford picked up just their second away win of the season as they scored 2 second-half goals to beat Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. West Ham came from behind to end a hard-fought draw against Aston Villa, while Manchester United beat Fulham by a fortuitous lone goal. It was also congratulations for Madison Keys, who defeated Arina Sabalenka to pick the women's title in the Australian Open. Well, quite a week for tennis. Well, that's it on Sports Update for now. We'll take a time out. Stay with us. We will be back in a bit.
It's 2025, people!
Cheers to an amazing 2025.
Happy New Year!
Oh, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Welcome to a year of growth and success.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
That's the first start.
Happy New Year!
This year bring you peace and happiness.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
I wish you the same. Happy New Year once again. I wish you well.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it, you'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment, only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the apple, waiting the shop. You need to award winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a massive
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Shee. Let's go.
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
This is cute. Let's bring in the Islanders.
This week on Reality Check, we have more dramatic content from the world of reality television shows, from The Real Housewives of Lagos Season 3.
Do you think you owe an apology? I don't say sorry.
He does owe me an apology.
Who's your boyfriend? I feel very uncomfortable. Mariam, she's really nice.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa.
Okay.
Incidentally, I don't know why it is that far away from me.
Come closer, Mike. Come closer. Good morning, Mike.
Yeah, good morning. You're welcome.
How's your weekend?
Oh, okay. Sunday was all in at the house. Saturday is Saturday is the day I get to earn
your salary.
Sorry, it's easy because to be truthful, I tell my boss, I look that Saturday is like,
wow.
it's like maybe I do 10% every other day. Then on Saturday everything just comes in. But
wow.
yeah, it's so that's it. Saturday quite very busy
Sporting
here at work.
Weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then of course I just had to take Sunday to take out some time and just chill back and just rest.
Yeah.
The older you get, that's when you understand that how far she make we see you find one excuse.
Well, maybe next time.
Yeah, So so it was restful. How about you?
Yeah, so there was an event yesterday I attended all about African hair.
Oh, African hair.
Haven't you noticed that trend?
And then you decided to wear bone straight this morning.
So I wish it was bone straight. Well,
it's not bone straight.
No, it's not.
What's bone straight?
If you see bone straight,
that's the point.
If you see it,
let me say something.
Know.
No,
you see the dollars inside.
See, let me tell you. Ladies do a lot of things for themselves, not for guys. I'm telling you the fact.
Wow.
Yes, because you made mention now. How many guys here
know the difference?
Would see bone straight and can differentiate bone straight from expressions or darling yaki. I don't know. I don't know. I have.
He went there.
Will any of you? If you see bone straight, will you know?
Well, you know the one that's more expensive.
We guys will know.
Really?
It's the ladies that know.
Don't know.
I will know.
Okay.
Like you said, bone straight. In my mind, this is bone straight.
No, bone straight is literally straight. Like
is this one
there's
coiled?
No crease, nothing, no wave, nothing in it. It's just straight and shiny. But away from hair matters.
I'm just saying. Same with clothes. Some things you ladies do for yourselves.
African hair has become something that we are beginning to appreciate a lot more, especially with this generation.
We should.
A lot more people are bringing out their kinky hair, their locks. For instance, under this, I have dreadlocks on. I was about to pull a mole, but I'm not doing that this morning. But seriously,
we need to celebrate African hair.
African hair is because it's such a big thing. Beautiful hairstyles. I'm going to put something together and show everyone what I saw over the weekend. It was really, really fun.
Okay.
It was.
Yeah. So there's been talk here just yesterday about the Two-Face. Yeah, it was Two-Face. It was Two-Face and all of that.
He's in the news again. Annie is in the news again. Now, just I think, was it a week ago or just over a week ago or under a week ago, there was a post based on a reality TV show that is in its second season.
Yeah.
And it's one where in the first season, a lot of things came out about the DBS. And a lot of people questioned why they decided to do this reality show in the first place. A lot of people were wondering, after all these years, all these things have been, literally in the closet. and they just decided to open everything to the world.
What did they open that we didn't know before? That wasn't in the public space
There were a lot more facts. There was a lot more detail. They were a lot more expressive about their relationship in the first season, and it's even more so now. And I think, was it about over a week ago where we heard that Annie sadly lost. You know, it had a miscarriage.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
That tugged at a lot of people's heartstrings.
Okay.
But then, was it yesterday? There was a post on.
Two-Face. Yeah, he just. I think he's one of the very few people I follow because, of course, growing up, we know how much the Plantation Boys were a force for music growing up. So yeah, Two-Face has always been someone that I love what he does in his music. So he put up the post and said something about, he was going to have a press conference, even though it was unlike what a Two-Face would do or what he would say. He was going to have a press conference that he and Annie had been separated for a while, and they had just now filed for divorce. I know that there has to be separation for like 2 years. I know normally that's one of the grounds or one of the, and then a few minutes later, and all the after blocks carried it, came up to say that my account was hacked and we are working on getting it back. Well, you are posting with the account. So there was something about it.
So there was something about that post.
But then he came out now to say, no.
His phone was not hacked?
My account wasn't hacked. And this was a video now.
Wow, so it was a video, him actually coming out.
My phone was not hacked. I said what I said. That's how he put it. And maybe that happened because of maybe pressure from a lot of people, like, okay, maybe that was not the best way to go about it.
Yeah, so it does feel very, it's sort of likened to back in the day when we didn't have cell phones and or when we just got cell phones and then you break up with your girlfriend in the text, that kind of thing. That's how it felt. It felt like, okay, after all the years of them being together, all she got was a story post. I don't know. It wasn't actually a post. It was on his story.
Okay, based on what he said, he said, we have been separated for a while.
Yes, but if you're going to speak. Don't just... It just felt like something, an afterthought.
Yeah.
It didn't feel detailed enough.
It didn't feel... Looking at the kind of person Innocent Idibia is, as it were, he kind of is a jolly fellow, and maybe just take it. He does not so planned and detailed, as it were. And if he has something to say, let me just say it. And then, like you mentioned, social media has changed quite a lot.
Yeah, sure.
You just come on and say it. And then, of course, there have been people who have been bashing him and all of that. So I would normally not want to say anything because it's people's private lives.
Sure.
But then I would also say that you never know what is happening. Look, no matter how much people try to show you, no matter how much of reality TV you try to see, because the one she was is Rich and Famous, I think.
African.
Also African, something like that. There's the Housewives of Lagos and all of that. You see, and people tell them that they tell you that, look, create drama. So it's something that somebody would not normally do. I could say, hey, keep quiet, and normally you might not say, Mike, hey, Mike, don't say so. But then because of the cameras are on, you want to go like that. Exactly. So reality TV is not really real. So one thing I want to say is no matter how much you try to show or not try to show, people's personal lives are their personal lives. And in this case, if there is no violence involved, if there's no threat to life, let people do what suits them or what they want to do.
What really surprised a lot of people, and this is, I've spoken to quite a few people on this already, today.
This thing came out last night, Titi. When did you speak to them?
I'm telling you, today already.
This came out late last night, Titi.
I'm serious. Okay. The issue was, people didn't really expect how much people would side with Annie. And it feels like whenever people hear about divorces, people pick a side. And that has been the fear of many members of relationships who are probably on the rocks. They don't want to lose the friends. They don't want to lose the business opportunities. They don't want to lose those family members. They don't want to lose them because they feel like they're always going to pick a side. Someone's going to sort of win the divorce, be the person that is given more attention or more care. And the comment section for a lot of these posts is
out of it. Well, I've always said anytime this kind of thing comes up, I always go back to the statement I have made before. I said very, very soon marriages become tenure based, and it's where we're going to, and it's okay. if that is it. I mean, there are a lot of things that my dad of blessed memory, if he would see them now, he would be shocked out of his.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So
the realities are changing.
It happens. So people come and say, okay, let's have this tenureship. After 3 years, let us review our tenureship. Can we? Is this tenable? Can we continue with this? Maybe after 5 years and all that. But
so my concern really is for those children. There are a lot of them, and they need to be considered.
Yeah, they're always
in all ramifications. We would love to hear your thoughts on this. Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Entertainment for me, first of all, I say it's a vocation, it's work for me, it's a way of life that brings about merriment, relaxation, and it's happiness, it's everything good put together. Anything at all just to make you happy, give you joy, make you laugh, make you dance. Entertainment is a way of life for anyone.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it, you'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Now, this conversation is one that really interests me because I love when people, out of, I would say, passion and of course the generosity of their hearts, decide to give back to society and My guest here is one of such persons. We have the CEO at 8 Gear Hub and Venture Studio, Damilola Obidaro. It is great to have you. You are welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Dami, you're doing a great work. With what I have seen and all about 8 Gear Hub, I get to wonder what kind of a person would want to go into that. But just before I get to that, what is 8 Gear Hub and Venture Studio? What is it about?
8 Gear Hub and Venture Studio is an enterprise support organization. What it means is that we are primarily focused on supporting businesses, MSME founders or MSME operators to succeed at what they do.
So, how long has this been going on for?
Counting 6 years now.
And all through, before you got into this, what were you doing?
My first degree is in chemical engineering, funny enough. However, I have had the opportunity to transit between engineering, which is infrastructure, to telecoms. And recently, about 10 years ago, the entrepreneurship innovation ecosystem
came in. But how did that passion develop? What were you doing? What did you see? Because most of the time, people will tell you that for things like this, you've seen a need and you decide to meet it. Where was that, when that point come, that turning point that I decided, look, hey, there's this need for maybe digital inclusion and all of that, and I can meet that need. How did it happen for you?
Upon my experience, while in my 9 to 5, I noticed that quite a number of businesses in Africa were really struggling. I am fortunate to have had an MBA from Quantic School of Business and Technology, and I could see clearly that a number of businesses just required a little tweak here and there, and they couldn't just see the light, and just with a little spark of light, they could do better. I'm also one that is quite aware that the progress of Africa, Nigeria to be specific, lies in the hands of MSMEs, primarily.
Very true.
Government, yes. Big, small business owners really hold the future of every nation. Government will play their role in creating an enabling environment, as we will say. But at the end of the day, the most important people that will develop any nation are MSMEs. So why not focus on providing access to the support that they need? And of course, I'd seen a number of businesses, I'd seen a number of growing businesses struggle with access to basic information, struggle with access to I'd say a number of young people wouldn't get into businesses just to survive, as a means of surviving, not necessarily to build something that actually benefits the community, the nation at large, or even contributes to the GDP. That's a very big conversation. As far away, I just want to survive to see the next day. And I'm also aware that I've seen a number of young people who then have this talent, they have these skills, they've identified problems to solve, but do not have the means, which informs the vision of 8 Gear, which is an Africa where everyone who has the drive to succeed has the means, access to the means to do so.
I love that, access to the means. So how do you put this together practically to a young guy out there who probably has a business or doesn't even have and wants to start? How does 8 Gear come in? How does he maybe access the services that 8 Gear offers, 8 Gear Hub offers?
Practically speaking, at the Hub, we provide quite a number of services. Now, first and foremost, the basis is our subscription. That allows people access monthly accountability services. First and foremost, we help you clarify your business model, we clarify your vision, your goals, take it from you, and then support you along the way to check how you're meeting those goals. That's a paid subscription at the Hub.
At the Hub, okay,
yes.
Wonderful.
But aside from that, we also then layer access to infrastructure. We have co-working spaces at 3 different locations in Lagos, one at Yaba, one at Magodo, one upcoming in Alimosho.
Okay.
All right. Now, those hubs serve as office spaces. That's basic. Aside from that, we offer business advisory. We also then offer what we call talent placement, because we know that one of the biggest problems that entrepreneurs then have is being able to access the right people to work with them in their organization. So we especially digital technology, so tech talents, like we say. And then finally, we also then provide what we call access to digital tools. We're authorized resellers of Zoo Africa. We're enterprise business partners with MTN. and a number of B2B, that's business-to-business startups that are providing digital tools that other businesses can use.
Wonderful.
And so we put all this together, and then we become more like that one-stop shop, really, where MSMEs can come in. I need to register my CAC, there are lawyers on ground, there are shared services on ground. I need to do my financial statements, there are accountants on ground. Just one hub where we can all share services and then see you grow and then move out of the hub.
Wonderful. Now, you also do something which I really like, trainings. You also have trainings. You have paid levels and you have free levels. Tell us about those trainings.
All right. We have a couple of trainings, both for MSMEs and especially for young people who want to access digital skills and we want to learn digital skills and then put them to use. First, most of our MSME trainings are also our capacity development trainings. We have, in fact, one around export, teaching MSMEs how to package themselves for export, coming up in February. Free? Yes, free. Most of our programs, by the way, let me state this so I don't forget, most of our programs are free. We have the generous support of even international organizations like the United States African Development Foundation, Lagos State Employment Trust from LSCTF, and GIZ and the likes, who actually are very interested in the same things we are, and then support most of these programs
that you do.
That we do. So we have those SME training, but I want to focus a little on the digital skills training for young people that we have. It's particularly interesting because we find a number of young people who say, I have nothing to do, I'm seated at home, and I really wish I could just learn a tech skill and pick things up. But we're saying we have these opportunities here where you do not have to actually pay a dime. In fact, you will get opportunity to some stipends to transport you to the hub.
Wonderful.
And your first 3 months of internship, which is a core component of the program, you also get some stipends from the project, aside from what you get from where you're placed.
Do you need, is there any level of qualification that is needed for this particular training for any young person? Do you, is there a prerequisite? Something that somebody needs before you get into it?
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
For most of these trainings, your literacy level is basically what we need. So the school cert.
The school cert
is fine,
which is
quite. Some are a little bit more advanced.
Okay.
So, for instance, the back-end software development, a little bit advanced. So, a degree that allows you, that shows that you have done some analytical thinking.
Wonderful.
Will also be good. Engineering will also stand you apart.
Do you need, does the degree have to be in line with maybe anything? Not necessarily. I like that, but there's something you said which was very good. Because of course you've attained a degree, then that means that you've reached some level of analysis, analytical thinking. So that is quite something. So, and you mentioned after this training you also do placements.
Yes,
also in different places.
Yes, we
places
do.
Are
so this placement speaks to both MSMEs and young people.
Okay.
On the MSMEs part, we tell them, don't struggle. Let us know what your needs are in advance. We can train, and which is what we do. Our trainings are not just trainings for training's sake. They're trainings to actually meet a need. And so most of the time we tweak the courses we train based on the most predominant needs at that point in time.
All right. Is venture capitalism a part of what you do?
Yes, it's actually at the very core, which is not what we go to the public about a lot.
Okay, all right.
Because internally, what we're doing as a venture studio is building ideas into MVPs and then spinning them off into viable businesses. Now, that's an internal process that we don't really come to the public.
Put it out there.
But what makes a venture studio unique is that it takes some certain characteristics from VCs, which we call venture capitalists, and incubators and accelerators, and brings it together. So predominantly, what we actually invest the most in the businesses that we adopt into our venture studio is sweat equity. Of course, some funding comes with it. As we work with MSMEs, as we work with business, we find out the ones that resonate with us, and then also can blend into our ecosystem of solutions. It just makes sense to take more businesses that offer more solutions to the MSMEs that we generally serve. Now, if we find such business, we then negotiate with them, bring them into the studio. It means we take a significant stake in that business, and then we provide shared services and a little bit of funding into the business.
Damilola, this is massive, and I don't know how just one person is coordinating all of this. But look, we are all wishing you the best. I know, any final words or something?
First and foremost, I'm not the one coordinating all this.
Okay.
I have a fantastic team behind me
that
mix.
Yes, I know. That's what I mean. You head the team.
My final words will be to say and to encourage everyone out there that Africa, in fact, Nigeria, has opportunities. There are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of issues that we need to navigate around, but there are a lot of opportunities here if we truly, genuinely want to build and we stay at it.
Wonderful. Well done, Dami. Wishing you the best. Keep
Thank
up doing what you're doing, and yeah, well done. All right, that's it. I hope you're able to pick up something from that particular discussion. It's all about digital inclusion and all of that. And if you are out there, you're not doing something and all of that, you can probably hit that. Maybe social media. Where do people just get access to you and all of that?
At the first 8Gear Hub on social media.
Okay, at 8Gear Hub.
8 with the TH.
Okay.
And then GEAR, like the gear of your car.
All right.
So 8th Gear, all one word, across social media platforms.
All right, you can definitely make all your inquiries there. That's it on this discussion. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. We will be back in a bit.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. Tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on.
Entertainment is an opportunity to share. Entertainment is an opportunity to create conversation. As an actor, I have the opportunity to portray different kinds of people, and these different kinds of people represent different people in different ways, represent a part of us in different ways, and it just helps us see the world in a different light. It gives joy, it gives happiness, it gives sadness sometimes, because sometimes we have to look at the realities of the world, and I think entertainment just shows the world as it is.
A civil rights activist, poet, and award-winning author known for her acclaimed 1969 memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and her numerous poetry and essay collections. Angela was born on April 4th, 1928 in
Welcome back, and look who it is. It's Mary.
Yes, I'm here, live and direct.
Why are you late?
What does that even mean?
So, do you want me to answer that?
Why? Hey,
so this morning.
Wait, calm down. Mary, please. They are going to pay salary soon. Please.
She doesn't have filter.
Just say it.
Mary, you're going to come herself now. But hey, come on. It's great to have you in the kitchen. Of course, Mary, you're welcome. Good morning.
Yeah.
And well. After now,
Yes,
I've
sir.
worked my work for the whole week.
Which work?
I will leave you only
Because
see
he
Mary.
read the news for me.
You see Mary.
That's all he did, though.
I
I
see
will
Mary
never
and-
hear the end of
Mary
it.
and Titi
He
all
also
here.
read sport.
Which I was supposed to read that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That was-
thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank me. Thank me.
Don't bother. Go away.
All right, I'm making her debut in
Yes,
the
sir.
Eco Atlantic studio in this wonderful piece of kitchen that we have here.
Yeah.
Anything I say, whoop, whoop.
Okay. Oh, yeah, go.
Whoop, 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 whoop. One time, this is, you know, when you say an artist is doing a residency. You know what a residency means? That is, you are in one place. She has been, you know, there's a particular time when for days and weeks she was the only one that we had here. So,
Yes, sir.
she's a member of the family. Now, raise up your vuvuzelas.
Wow, really?
Titi, what will you raise?
I don't know.
Raise that your cup.
I should raise my cup.
Turn the other side.
I started.
Put your hands together as we make welcome to the Wake Up Madrid Kitchen for her debut in this new studio. It's Chef T. Flo in the house.
Good morning.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you so
Good
much.
It's great to have you.
All right.
Okay, wait.
Mike.
Okay, my work don't
I need
finish.
up.
Oh,
The old you wanted to
that's
get
it. That's
on.
it. My work don't finish.
So, wait, your work don't finish. Where are you going now? When the food is ready now, you see Michael.
Please.
All right.
Thank you so much for being here. It's time for us to make breakfast this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. And as you heard already, it's by Chef T. Flo.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
So what do you think of the new studio? You like it?
Yes.
You like it? The kitchen, Uncle? She
Lovely.
said. So talking about what's for breakfast?
Ojojo.
Hey, I'm in the mood. This makes me feel really happy. You know, there's an Ijebu spirit that just keeps dragging you to either Ojojo, Ikokore, you know. And then so when you see it, the joy builds up. Okay, so let's talk about the ingredients you're making use of and the process.
Okay. I'm making use of water yam.
Okay, so what
It's
you've done with
grated.
it, you've grated it.
Yes.
Okay.
The oil, the scotch bonnets,
Okay.
fresh pepper with onions.
Okay.
So I'm making with akam, which is ogi.
Okay.
This is seasoning, the salts, and I'm making a little sauce, pepper sauce,
Okay.
for the
okay.
ojojo.
Is that what the pepper is for?
Yes.
The pepper is
So
also
I'm
for this?
yes.
Okay. Then this?
It's to garnish.
Green pepper and
Yes,
then the onions. What's in here? Salt
And season.
seasoning.
Yes.
Okay, I'm very curious about something though. Papa no jojo. I've never tried that before.
You try it today.
Akara ni mo ko ma nje pẹ̀lú jojo. But
No,
with,
ẹ̀kọ.
pap.
Yes. No.
Ah.
It's a breakfast.
Ojojo and
Pap with a little sauce.
with a little sauce.
Pepper sauce. Pepper sauce.
It's every day we learn things. I've never
Yes.
tried that before. Never.
You try it
Okay,
today.
let's run through the process. What are we going to be doing?
I'll be missing
Okay.
Thank you.
sauce.
I want to ask a question about the water yam. Go ahead, Tiflo. The water yam, I remember when you're grating it, there was something that used to happen to your skin. Does that still happen, or have they has it changed? How do you do the water yam that it doesn't affect your skin?
I have my local grater
Okay.
with a wood. So I might sit down on the wood, on the stood, and grate it.
So, Chef,
So to the last one, what I just do that maybe I just get my what's it called? Maybe spoon
Okay.
or turning stick
Okay.
to just match the last one so that it will not
hurt your
Yes.
fingertips. So that brings me to something else. These days, we have a lot of machines. There's yam pounder, there's this pounder, there's this peeler.
Grater.
As Ojojo enter that gang, is that something we can use for Ojojo?
I've not tried it though. I've
not tried it?
Yes. But I still use my local.
Because,
Grater.
you know, that's why there's modernity, you understand? It's
Me, I've not tried that too.
everything is being peeled and pounded for us, and Ojojo is still
No.
requiring this one.
Yes, and Nikokore.
Now, wow.
Nikokore.
Okay.
Me, I've not tried that too.
Is this
I'm
a lot
I'm
of
still
pepper, or you're still going to add more?
The pepper is okay since I'm making another sauce.
Okay. Okay. So this morning we should shall say we are having pepper Ojojo
Yes.
with pepper sauce
Yes.
and pepper akamu.
Yeah. No, the akam does not have pepper.
I knew you didn't hear me.
The akam does not. It does not have
This morning
pepper.
we're having breakfast for pepper.
No,
or
no,
pepper
no.
breakfast.
No. Akam doesn't have pepper. Unless you want me to add pepper to it.
Okay.
But did you add anything else to the water yam at all?
No.
No,
Just
I don't think
the
so.
salt, the seasoning, and the pepper, onions.
Fantastic.
So I hear that until you're ready to use it, you shouldn't add any pepper, any salt or seasoning. Why is that?
Well,
until you're ready, like absolutely ready to fry or to cook with it, do not add seasoning. Why is that?
To me, I think when you add the salts, the seasoning, when you're not ready to eat, it doesn't give me the real taste of what I want.
Okay.
At least maybe just turn to water. So when you're ready to fry,
is when you can now add.
Yes.
Okay. Because I've heard several myths about it. Oh, it will turn sour, or it would, like you said, it will probably become more watery
yes.
and all. So I believe, well, to each his own. So with this, we're ready to fry.
Yes. Can I undo?
Are you going to add anything else?
No.
You're not adding anything else? Okay. Is
I'm
it
just
this you're
adding-
using to fry?
Yes.
And this for the pepper sauce? Okay. Okay, so yeah. We have this at the highest.
No, not too high.
Not too high?
Yeah.
Okay. What about this?
This is water that is there for the pap.
Do you want to boil it?
Yes.
So the water is for what, please?
For the akam.
For the akamu. Okay. So I can put that to the highest. Okay. So how many water yams did you use to achieve this quantity?
Just one.
One. Okay.
It's just a medium size.
Medium size. And so how many ojojo would this give us?
It depends how the size is.
Okay.
It depends on the size.
Because I've observed that akara, beans is expensive, yeah? But you see akara, at least this size, maybe 100 naira or 200, depending. But you see people that do ojojo. It makes sense for them to cut their finger inside it. They will make it very tiny and still put it.
It's because of the work now. To grate,
Because of the
yes,
grating.
now. The grating now. To grate ojojo
But it's
is
not easy to peel beans either.
Some people have shortcut of peeling their beans. so-
Yes, but before the shortcut started,
Yeah.
ojojo, there was no. I don't know why
And
it's that expensive.
ojojo is not what is common.
Well, true. When something is not common,
it's not common.
a bit more expensive in
Yes,
this
it's
country.
not common.
So I'm not surprised at that.
I remember one day I went out. I saw one woman frying ojojo. I said, "Madam, how do you sell?" He said, 100 naira. I said, "Kilo din
As
na,
in
50
very
naira."
tiny something.
Very tiny.
What did you not
Give
say?
me Bible like 1.5 because it's not regular. You know, you can just get. You can get akara anywhere.
But not ojojo.
Not
that's true.
ojojo.
Those some people that fry akara now do ojojo. So, well, whatever the case may be, let's get on with making breakfast. We're going to fry our ojojo. By the time we come back, it will definitely be to show you how we're making the pepper sauce. Okay? At the moment, though, it's time for a musical performance, and Titi is on standby for that.
Want to leave the kitchen. I am actually so excited about that ojojo. Woo! But as always, we have a musical performance coming your way right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Adegbeso Adeboale is here. He's a professional Afro R&B artist. Now, he's known for his really interesting style of music. He's a budding talent, and it's great to meet you. How you doing, Adeboale?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
All right, now I'm loving your vibe. I'm loving. So he's wearing these really special looking jeans today. I don't know. I'm really feeling that look this Monday morning. Talk to us about the track you're performing today.
Yeah, I'm performing Collagen, and Collagen is a love song. And you know the meaning of collagen? Collagen is it's like a medicine ladies use to enhance beauty. So I'm trying to use something like personification to personify our beauty with the one of collagen. So it is a love song.
Interesting. Okay, so collagen. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how much collagen I've consumed in my lifetime, but I get where you're going. I really can't wait to hear this take on collagen. Well, hey, Debowale with collagen performing right now.
Thank you.
I miss you, baby.
If I get him like this, I miss you. You don't talk too much.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707 272 8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
It's already halfway down the line. If it was a football match, well, we are on to the second half of that particular match. It's a show, and whichever way, we hope you had a wonderful first hour because it has been a packed 1 hour so far of Wake Up Nigeria. Welcome to the second lap of the show. If you are just joining us, you've missed quite a lot, but hey, come on, we'll do our best to make it up to you. My name is Mike Messi-Kennel, and welcome to another Monday, the final Monday in the month of January. People talk about how long the month is. Well, like I say, time is constant, but what matters is what you do with the time. They say time flies when you're having fun. So if it was a fast January, you probably were having fun. If it was not so fast, hopefully February will be faster. Even though my heart is already doing bing, because you people on social media are getting ready for Valentine. I'm always saying here Valentine. At least we still have 3 weeks more. Yeah, 2 weeks and some days and all of that to all of that. So please just chill with the pressure. There's quite a lot about it in the kitchen. I love when I see red pepper, at least pepper that's blended and ground and all of that. And Chef T-Flow in the kitchen has that in store with some other things. In fact, Mary, Titi, I actually blended some pepper and tomatoes and I kept them in my fridge, and I think it has stayed too long. because I don't know. What's that one doing face like?
No, I want you to land.
What's that? Okay, I'm not landing again. I don't fly come out. I know they land again. Yeah, but how far? What's up? How's the kitchen going?
Well, so far so good actually.
Yeah.
As it is, we are making ojojo for breakfast, and Chef Tiflo is going to be making it alongside pap as well as sauce, fish sauce, I believe. Yes. I'm actually quite curious as to how people eat ojojo and pap. It's something that I'd admit is kind of new to me. However, fingers crossed, we'll see how it all goes. We're about to start frying though. So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get to see how all of that will progress in the kitchen. My name is Mike Mesikena. Welcome to the second lap of the show. You can hit us up on social media. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC, across TVC Entertainment on all platforms, all social media platforms that you use. You can also catch us live, TVC Entertainment on YouTube on our app. The app is TVC. You can catch us there. GOTV channel 16, StarTimes 121, and of course for the terrestrial band is the ultra high frequency 49. Okay, now for the second lap, we will kick off with motivation. We have Fola Daniel Adelesi, who will be here. He has been here with us, of course, across the whole month of January, and he'll be rounding up today with a continuation of what we did last time, VUCA. Well, we're looking forward to that one.
This fully voice thing. I went to Akaibo, and so one of their tourist attractions at all.
And then, of course, for our final discussion, we have D Major, stand-up comedian, actor, and brand strategist, who's passionate about growing the comedy circuit in Nigeria. We'll be having a chat with him later on the show.
But not even under 6 weeks.
All right, and we still have Adibowale, who gave us a wonderful performance the first time. Well, he'll be giving us a second one to wrap up the show. You don't want to miss that. All right, well, that's the size of what we have left on the show for you this morning. It's going to be a wonderful one, the remaining 45 minutes. So just chill, sit back, relax. We'll take a very short time out. Now, when we get back, we'll be showing you the process of what's going down in the kitchen.
Welcome to the kitchen this morning on Wake Up Nigeria again. And of course, breakfast is by Chef Tiflo. She's making ojojo with sauce. That's pepper sauce and pap akamu. So that's for breakfast. It's going to be very filling, I tell you. Okay, so far so good. We've been prepping a lot, trying to put things together. And now our frying begins. We wanted you to see the start of the frying, and then we'll show you how the pepper sauce will be made, okay? All right, so the oil, is it hot enough?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that one is all. Okay, you do your own like this. Because I know quite well that there are people who do theirs like this. They'll take a large chunk and then squeeze their hands like this.
I don't want it too big.
You don't want it to be too big. Okay, that makes it too big, eh? That's interesting. So I see that you put a bit of onions inside.
Yes.
That's for aroma and flavor.
Yes, the aroma and flavor.
Okay. Okay. Aren't you guys ever scared of hot oil?
Hot oil?
See how confident you are with your hands so cold. I don't used to cook. Oh, wow. So you just keep putting it there till it's all done. Okay. Okay. Ojojo is always a treat, a delicious treat as a matter of fact.
Yes.
And there are so many ways you can eat this meal. I'm being introduced to eating it with papa. I would like to see how that goes. However, there are other things you can put. In fact, when I saw the fish initially, I thought you were going to infuse the fish and pepper inside it. So that shows you that this is a very versatile dish. You can do so many things with it. Some people put meat, chicken. You can explore, do anything that comes to your mind. Yes. And that's the beauty of cooking. Your imagination can run as wild as you want it to. The most important thing is the end result. Hopefully it's palatable. That's usually the key.
Even if it's not palatable, you eat it like that.
You say?
You eat it like that.
You say?
You eat it like that.
You say?
Yes. Yes, no.
Okay. So the oil will heat up and then the onions will go in.
Yeah.
Now, when the onions have gone in, what's going to happen?
I'll add in the pepper.
Okay. Okay.
I want it.
Yes. So you're going to add the pepper in. So is that after the onions, right?
Yes.
Then the pepper. Okay.
Yes.
So this, can we put more?
I need it.
The heat to be higher. Okay. It's at the highest now. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Do you want this? Yes, this is quite hot. I didn't want your sauce to get burned.
No.
But I can increase it if you want. That's fine. Okay. Yeah.
Or can I just...
You want to swap it?
Yes.
Okay, please, go ahead. Because this shouldn't soak water, as they say, or soak oil. Yes. Okay, that's fine. This is also quite high, though. This is quite high. It's at the highest.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the oil goes in. Can you see? That was actually burning well. Yeah. So the oil goes in and then goes... Oh, I didn't see these herbs before. Parsley. That's another magical herb.
Yes.
What it does. So for years now, thanks to Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen, I've been exploring herbs and spices. And I've got to learn different things I could do with my herbs and spices. Really interesting things, I tell you. As a matter of fact, some of them, you wouldn't believe it. What I've used herbs and spices to do, it's amazing. Something like this pepper sauce now, I would likely add cumin to it. And then cumin will just give me a burst of flavors that you cannot even explain.
Or spinach.
Or spinach, yes. Ah, gosh. My goodness, this is tempting. I'm already thinking of things I could do with this. Add some vegetable.
Yes.
And then some people don't know that one way to, take down the efficacy of the pepper is to actually do this.
Yes.
Frying pepper actually reduces the potency. So when you see people frying pepper, yes, it's also infuses better with whatever it is that you're putting in, like, when you want to make momo sauce, or chicken sauce, or fish sauce. So frying it with the pepper can actually infuse it better. But this also reduces the efficacy, because if you eat pepper the way it's eaten, like as fresh as it is, may you live to tell the story. Okay, the ojojo is coming along nicely.
Yes.
But it needs to fry a bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more. It's almost all done, though. I can't wait. I can't wait. I like my ojojo really brown. Like really, really brown.
Yes.
So crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. To me, that's the perfect ojojo. You'd enjoy it that way. And some people get really, dramatic with their pepper sauce. So what they do is they open it like, have you ever tried puff puff and pepper sauce? Have you ever?
Yes.
So you open your puff puff and then dip it into the pepper like a spoon and then eat it. Yes. Try that with your ojojo and pepper sauce. My goodness.
Chef Mary.
Divine. My sister.
Chef Mary.
I love food. I'm not going to deny it. I love food.
Chef Mary.
Food is it for me. Food is it for me. It's just that our foodie gets level, There's foodie that still has a bit of self-respect. But really, I love food. I love food.
It's
food.
good.
Food is life, really. Food is life. So this fish, at what point does it go in? And the parsley?
That is the last.
That's the last?
Yes.
So the fish is going into the sauce, though?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes.
same as the parsley?
Yes.
So are you using the parsley to garnish, or you still let it cook a bit?
I'll still let it cook a bit.
For how long?
Just for a few minutes.
Okay. So basically, the pepper will be on the heat for how long? For 5-10 minutes?
Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, so 10 minutes, then we put in the fish for about 2-3 minutes, and then the parsley to cook as well. I can assure you that this dish will be ready in a bit, in time for our guests.
Yes.
You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. At this point, we have to take a break. We'll continue with our cooking. We'll be right back in a bit. Just stay with us.
Good morning.
Good morning. Why is your sun shining like this?
Can't you see that Harmattan season is here? We need to protect our children from this dry weather.
What about the invisible germs?
Invisible germs?
During Harmattan, it's not enough to only protect your skin. You also need protection from these invisible germs. To protect our families, we use Dettol.
Harmattan season brings a lot of germs, but Dettol with Germ Defense gives protection from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Be Dettol sure.
First anniversary felicitation to Governor Ododo. The Independent Campaign Council (ICC) for the Ododo Joel Governorship Campaign congratulates His Excellency Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, Deputy Mr. Joel Oyibo, and members of the State Executive Council on the first anniversary of the government. We are proud to associate with His Excellency on his laudable achievements since assumption of office. His achievements signpost a clear path to a holistic development and an assured future for our people. In just 365 days, our people have woken to the new reality of a government that is responsive to their aspirations and focused on delivering the dividends of democracy. Our people are witnessing massive transformation in physical and human development. Kogi State under Governor Dodo is not only working, it is headed for a glorious future while remaining loyal to your government. We, members of the ICC under the formidable leadership of Alhaji Adams Onota, will continue to play our complementary role to the leadership of our great party, the All Progressives Congress in the state. We remain committed to the Kogi dream as captured in the restoration agenda of Governor Dodo. Our own amiable flower boy, congratulations. Long live Kogi State.
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be a patient? If you must worry, then worry about winning. Why worry about germs? When you come home, bring tales and stories. Why bring in germs?
Shield your families from germs. When Dettol is a part of every household bucket, then you and your family can stay protected from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Everyday use of Dettol keeps my loved ones protected.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
It's a Monday and we have an amazing guest in the studio for final discussion. Now, D Major is a stand-up comedian. He's an actor, he's a brand strategist, and he's also passionate about growing comedy as a circuit in Nigeria. And he's also created platforms like Rendezvous, Laugh Therapy, Silicon, and Transistors. And I don't really feel like this is going to be an interview. I feel like it's going to be a gisting session. He came to come and gist with us. How are you doing, D Major?
Hello, hi, I'm...
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. You look really, really good.
Oh, thank you, thank you. He started the right way. You know what? Before he goes too far, let's take a quick clip of what he's like on stage.
Oh, you know, in December, actually, I went to this foolish boy state. I went to Akwa and so one of their tourist attractions are tall men. What I mean is there's no tall man in Akwa. Yeah, I don't even think they do better, because all the men, they are under 6 feet.
You know, say hype men, they always form like say they actually start speaking English, but the simplest words, they just jump them together, they talk. Coming out. So what now? By that time.
You have a point there. Hype men are getting out of hand. We have D Major in the studio. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, just I don't know how to react to, you know, being introduced like that. It's by absolute professional.
Oh, thank you.
Like,
And thank you for wearing blue.
Yeah,
thank you.
I mean, I knew you were going to come out looking like this, so I decided to match.
You don't get choice. You have to come correct.
Flesh and blood doesn't reveal to me. Yeah.
Stand-up comedy in Nigeria. Now, we've had conversations with so many comedians. They've come on set, they've done their thing, they've talked the talk, they've walked the walk. And it feels like stand-up comedy is here to stay. But do you believe it's evolving? Talk to us about that.
Every art form in Nigeria, Africa, on a global level is evolving.
Okay.
But I would also say that, like, if there is an evolution, the Nigerian stand-up comedians are really going to take it past the roof. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You need to let us in on how and why this began for you.
How it began and why it began. Simply put, hunger.
Oh, interesting.
But not the...
hunger begets talent is a very cliche line.
Not the one like for food, like just hunger for a new form of excitement. I just really... I just like the excitement that stand-up comedy gives people, and I wanted that for myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is a field that they say is kind of... It's packed right now. I don't want to use the term saturated, but there are a lot of stand-up comedians. How are you planning to stand out, so to speak?
I don't plan to stand out.
You already stand out, don't you?
To be very honest, I actually don't plan to stand out. I just really feel like your tribe will find you, and you find your tribe. In every market, it's like demand meets with supply, and you just... And at the end of the day, it's really, for there to be an industry, there has to be a lot of people.
Sure.
Because like you don't want, like, it's just gonna be lonely at the top. It's just gonna be like a very lonely walk for you if you are really in an industry that is not saturated.
Okay.
Exactly. Right. You want people to be able to pick and choose variety, and then if they pick you, then that means you're good.
You've used some terms there. I'm gonna try and figure out a way to segue, because you said lonely, you said pick and choose, and I know that this stand-up special that you have coming for us in February has a lot to do with relationships. So, is D Major
I like that.
lonely
That's a very
right now?
brilliant segue.
You should invite me for your special.
Definitely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Is D Major in a relationship right now?
No, I'm not in a relationship right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm single, chronically single.
Chronically.
Yes.
Chronic. It's not an illness, brother. Chronically. What does that mean?
It just means that I've been off the. I don't even know what it feels like anymore to be in a relationship. I've been out of the game for so long.
Which it's not a game. It's relationship. It's find someone.
It's not a game. Then why do they call men players?
I like it. I like it. I was about to say don't leave it, but you know, you said chronically. That kind of means that it's been for a while. How long are we talking?
For a minute.
A minute. How long? A year?
I don't want to offend anybody.
Who are you offending?
Them. They and them.
Them. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. So it feels like, someone did some damage and you decided to write some skits about it and develop a whole comedy special on this woman matter.
Actually, the comedy special is literally born out of me living vicariously through other people's eyes. Like, a lot of people have made mistakes, and I've watched from afar. I've just gotten used to sitting in the stands and seeing people fail at this thing called love, which is the name of the show, This Thing Called Love.
This Thing Called Love.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So it is very close to Valentine's Day, but This Thing Called Love, a comedian bringing it forward, feels like you're going to be slamming love. Like you're going to be trying to point out all the reasons why love is not exactly what it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people like spend their better years trying to figure out love. Like, and it's not really like, some people just really like wave it aside. Like, it's like, oh my God. I mean, it's not, I'll find my own. You might not. Sometimes you really.
That's very dark.
But it's true. Like,
why would you say you might not?
None of us will be happy with like forever after. It's like some of us are really just gonna be divorced. Like some of us.
It's Monday morning on Wake Up Nigeria. We are a happy show.
We are. And that's the happiness of it. Like the
Okay.
fact that you're not with someone doesn't mean that you have to be miserable.
Okay.
You
All right.
can be
So we're
happy
getting
with
somewhere.
yourself. And the best form of love is the kind that comes from within.
All right.
So that's what it's about. It's like you can't give what you don't have. You have to have love inside for there to be anything to give in the first place.
Okay, so now let's talk about the type of comedy you're planning to deliver. You're talking about love or the lack of it or not needing it in a stand-up special, right? But everyone has their style. So if I was to call out a comedian from maybe abroad, whose style are you trying to emulate or mirror?
Of blessed memory, Patrice
Okay.
O'Neill is
Okay.
someone that really influenced me like so much. And
Okay.
if you really know Patrice O'Neill, that's not a very good thing to say, but he's just really very unhinged.
Okay.
Very
Unhinged.
Very, very unhinged.
Okay, all right. Someone more hinged on that list. Anybody
Dave
else?
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, he's also
Okay.
unhinged, but more hinged than
Huh.
Patrice.
So if, for instance, you were to, you have Dave Chappelle in mind, have you thought about the audience? There are a lot of people that might not be able to connect with something as, deep as what Dave Chappelle delivers. Are you worried about that?
To be very honest, you create art for yourself first, and then people come to watch. Like, you don't create art for people. You create art for yourself. You have to feel it.
Okay.
Like, if it's not going to make me laugh, I'm not going to say it.
All right.
Yeah.
So I feel like I just had a therapy session here. I don't feel like I just spoke with a comedian, a stand-up comedian. But trust me, this comedy special coming up February 8th is going to be one to remember. February 8th, yes?
Yes.
We're going to be looking out for all the information on your socials, and we can't wait to see that special come to life. It's been great talking to you,
It
gisting
was
with you.
beautiful talking to
All right.
you. I hope you enjoyed the therapy. Everybody that comes to my show will feel like it's therapy.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I like to look at stand-up.
No wahala.
Yeah.
All right, so just make sure you carry tissues with you when you go for his comedy show. Let's take a quick break. We have much more coming your way.
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be a patient? If you must worry, then worry about winning. Why worry about germs? When you come home, bring tales and stories. Why bring in germs?
Shield your families from germs when Dettol is a part of every household bucket.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment, only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the apple, waiting the shop. You need to award winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max Drive.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Shee. Let's go.
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
All right. Thank you for staying with us. And now you're on to our motivation segment. Fola Daniel Adelisi is an international keynote speaker, training facilitator, and a communications professional. Is also an author of more than 20 published books, business consultant, and highly skilled master of ceremony. Now today is some sort of a sequel to the discussion we started last week. Titi was here for that one. It was on VUCA. It's great to have you. You're welcome.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Right.
Always a pleasure to be here again.
Okay. So for those who probably might have missed it, let's do a quick recap. What is VUCA and what did we cover last week?
Okay, so we talked about living in a VUCA world. And last week we talked about the meaning of VUCA, which is volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity.
Okay.
VUCA is simply to explain the kind of world that we live in, what's happening. Volatility, talking about market volatility, you hear that a lot if you listen to the news on stock market. Uncertainty, saying that we don't even know what's going to happen next. Take, for example, people became anxious when President Trump won the re-election bid, and the moment he got into office, people knew that some people were going to be deported. Did you see the news about people being deported to Colombia?
And the president saying
they
no.
rejected them.
They rejected them.
So
and they
this
said
morning there's another news that they've accepted to the returnees have been accepted so that they don't have to go against tariffs and all of that. So there's uncertainty. You know, we talked about the war between Russia and Ukraine. Now there are threats that China wants to go against Taiwan, and all of that is causing market volatility. Now, we talked about ambiguity as well. AI is causing some form of ambiguity. People are losing their jobs. People don't know what to do. Right now, what Mark Zuckerberg wants to do is to build robotic engineers that would do certain things that physical human engineers have been doing over time. So it means that people are going to lose their job. You look at the Silicon Valley, thousands of people are losing their jobs every year. Because AI is taking over. People are coming and they think, what do we need to do? We don't need those human beings. We need robots. We need AI. So the final one is, VUCA, we talked about
V-U-C-A.
volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. So the ambiguity is people don't know what to do because of what is going on. They don't know where to go. And the news we're hearing all the time, if you take a look at every projection, the trajectory is like, is it going to get better? No, it's not looking like it's going to get better. So that's why we came up with a second VUCA. And the second VUCA is vision.
Okay.
As against volatility.
Volatility, all right.
Understanding as against uncertainty.
Okay.
Now we're talking about clarity as against complexity. Now the other one is ambition as against ambiguity. So if you have vision, it makes it easier for you to plan.
Yeah.
It makes it easier for you to say, this is where I'm going. Take, for example, you know, if you don't have vision, anything cannot be counted as distraction to you. But let's say that you now come up with a vision, and I'm trying to get you to do something else. If it does not align with that vision that you have, automatically what does that become to you? Distraction. So you need vision, first of all. Once you have vision, you can conquer volatility because you know what you need to prepare for your vision to come to pass. Then the next one is understanding. The reason,
as against uncertainty.
As against uncertainty. The reason many people have uncertainty and they become apprehensive is because you're not learning in the area of maybe what you're trying to develop. You're not seeking more knowledge. Take, for example, if you graduated like 15 years ago, have you gone back for a refresher course? If you left school some 20, 25 years ago, what have you been doing since then? So much has changed between the time you left school and now. You need to go back and learn something new. Do you know that there are so many things today that you would think you knew about? If a 10-year-old sits with you and starts showing you those things, you'll be amazed at how much you never knew. So you need to seek new knowledge, especially in the evolving knowledge space. And when I say evolving knowledge space, I'm talking AI, I'm talking robotics, I'm talking cybersecurity, I'm talking the media, I'm talking mobile apps. So you need to keep learning, and that will give you understanding. Then you now go to clarity. How do you gain clarity? You need to be humble enough to learn from humans, learn from your environment, and learn from your subordinates.
Okay.
In feedback, for example, if you do appraisals in the corporate world, there's what we call the 360 appraisal. If you're also learning, there's a point where the mentor becomes the mentee. Back here, several years ago, the late RDJ, who was my coach, sometimes we would have a conversation, and RDJ would say, you know, there's a time I also get to learn from you. So now you are the coach. I'm like, no, you know a lot. And he says, no, I know something, but there's something I'm going to learn from you as well. So you talk to me about this. And he keeps quiet and he tells me to keep talking. So it tells you that if you want clarity, you can't always assume or walk about with that feeling that I know it all. Because there is nobody who knows it all. You can learn from other people, and that's how you gain clarity. There's also somebody I'm currently doing some projects with. One of the things I like so much about him is that despite being my superior, if there's something he does not understand, he will call you and say, show me how this thing works. Teach me. I want to know it. I want to understand. So all of us must walk with that humility to learn from other people. That's how you gain that clarity. And finally, ambition. Do you know that we can have the same vision? We can come up with the same idea. But what would distinguish both of us is the ambition that we put into it. Take, for example, let's say the two of us want to build. Let me use TVC as an example. There are several media houses out there. But what is now distinguishing you as an excellent media organization, and I can confidently say that because of what you're doing, what you're displaying right now, is the ambition added to your vision. Somebody can come up with a vision to build something and can do it on a low scale. So ambition talks about the drive, the energy, or sometimes, as you say, is a colloquial, we say, vavavoom. You need to come up with the extra strength, extra passion. I can't just do, you either, as we say again, you either go big or go home. Go global or go home. Do you want to play this thing? Then play it big. Don't play as a local, you know.
It's how you are talking about this, and even in other areas, it's almost like blocks are filling into place because you're talking about playing it big and all of that. And it's in my mind, I'm also thinking scaling up.
Yes, scaling.
With what you're doing and at different times and all of that. But with all of this, you mentioned this is the positive side of VUCA. There was a negative side. With all of this, people will tell you that they have learned more from failures than maybe even succeeding and all of that.
Absolutely.
You're talking about ambition and talking about vision, but there are times as would really happen where it will not go according to plan and where failures will happen. In this framework of VUCA, where can it allow for those missteps or failures or mishaps? And how can we?
So first thing, I remember talking to Titi a while back and said that failures are part of the process. And I also said, I'm one of the people that would tell you there's a time to say, no, this is not working, I'm going to stop it. So if you fail, it comes under the part of ambition. Now, ambition does not say this is the only way to do this thing. Ambition only says that I want to get this thing done, but the question is, how do I get it done? So if I try it one way and it does not work, I've learned one way it will not work. So let me go and learn which other way can I try it. There must be another way to get this thing to work.
Where do you draw the balance between consistency? Because so there are some things that you'd have to do for a while, over a long time to get results, and knowing that this thing you are doing is not working and it's not working.
Can I be honest with you?
How do you?
Can I be honest with you? I can't say, yes, this is the time frame for you to draw the line between consistency and foolishness. I can't tell you. But what will now determine whether you should keep going or you should not is your personal conviction. If you're personally convinced that this is what I am cut out for, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, then don't give up. However, don't adopt the same strategy all the time. Keep your eye on the ball, but always be flexible with your strategy. I keep saying again, strategy can change, but the goal remains the same. Take, for example, let's use football. I know you're a lover of football. I'm not, but my wife is so happy about that. But let's talk about how...
There's no issue with the remote at home.
So let's talk about how we can learn something from football and adapt it to life. If you have information, you have like maybe 2-3-4, or you have 4-4-2 formation. Now, if you try that and you're not able to penetrate the opponent, what do? You change your formation again.
Definitely.
If you have a strong winger and you notice that the opponent has marked him, what do? You use him as a distraction.
A decoy or
pass
something.
the ball. Exactly. So don't always focus on that wing that is not working. You know that your striker, you only have 2 strikers in front. They are not able to penetrate. Don't you change your strategy? That's what you do. So if something is not working, if an approach is not working, come back. Retrace your steps. Replan. Do another thing to get to that point. For example, you're going to mainland, and Third Mainland Bridge is blocked. What do?
You go to the road.
Exactly.
If the both of them are blocked, you come and enter ferry.
You do ferry. So that's how it works in life as well. Don't be fixed on how you're going to get there. Just know that there are multiple ways to get to wherever you're going, but keep your eye on where you're going. So if you fail at something, it's okay to fail. Learn from it. You're not a fool for failing.
Okay.
You're only a fool for failing at something that you failed at before.
Wonderful.
Because you didn't learn.
Let me ask this final question to wrap up. For you, is it about the journey or the destination?
The journey is just as important as the destination. Because when you get to the destination in a hurry, you then realize that you missed the most important part of that journey, which is learning in the process. What makes somebody an elder is not their age. What makes somebody an elder is what they learned while growing. Because there are so many people who are old that you honestly and humbly cannot refer to as elders. They just became old. So the journey is just as important as the destination.
All right, wonderful. This was quite, having you across the whole month, this was quite expository, and of course, we got to learn.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure for me as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, well, hope you're able to pick up something from all of that all through the month of January, rounding up with VUCA in 2 ways. If you were not able, you probably can catch it on social media, on YouTube. at TVC Entertainment, where you have some of these replays. Now, we will head to the kitchen, but just before that, Adebowale is still in the building for a second musical performance to, you know, get us set for the rest of the day. Take it away, Adebowale.
I've been wanting to let you know I'm what you mean to me. I have run, I have started to look for who is meant for me. But you slid under my skin, invaded my blood, and seized my heart away. And in a smile, I see something more beautiful than this third. You make me crazy, you make me lazy, 'cause I've been with you. Yeah, don't wanna close my eyes, I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, babe. I don't wanna miss a thing, I don't wanna lose you. Motiri Moranike Jimmy, Motiri Moranike Jimmy, Motiri Moranike, Motiri Moranike Jimmy, Motiri Moranike Jimmy, Motiri Moranike Jimmy, Motiri Moranike Jimmy, Motiri Moranike, yeah. Would you be my own? Would you fly with me? Would you stay for me? Yeah. Would you be my girl? Would you stay by me? Would you love me, girl? If I had to choose between breathing and loving you, I would use my last breath to tell you that I love you, girl, and I need you, girl, and I want more of you now. 'Cause I want you now, 'cause I need you now. Would you stay by me? Motiri Moranike Jimmy, Motiri Moranike Jimmy, Motiri Moranike, Motiri Moranike. Aduni mi, akonke mi, eleyiju ege mi o. Motiri Moranike Jimmy, Motiri Moranike Jimmy, Motiri Moranike, Motiri Moranike Jimmy.
On the mix is Leshu Mike.
Lovely!
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Wow. Are you ambulance? Are you ambulance?
Welcome to the kitchen. It's time for breakfast.
Yes,
and breakfast this morning is by Chef T. Flo or Jojo.
Yes, sir.
With peppered fish sauce.
And pap.
Milky pap. Oh.
D Major.
Hey.
Take your
Breakfast.
pick. Which would you like to taste first?
This is
It's a lot of it.
Yeah. I don't really eat that much, so you know. So please, can I have more after?
You haven't even started.
So which are you going for?
Dig in. Really good. I would dig into this.
The kebab. Or Jojo kebab.
Or Jojo.
Can you tell me about this?
This is Ojojo, made from water yam with pepper, fresh pepper, onions, and grate the water yam.
I'm impressed already, man.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. You didn't know what to expect.
Do they serve this in restaurants on the island?
Wow.
Have you had
order
this
it from me?
You can order it from her.
Yes, you can order it from her.
Can
Yes, she'll deliver.
Yeah.
You've never had Ojojo?
I have like about 10 years ago.
Wow. A long time ago.
So nostalgia, this one is for you.
Exactly. Chef T. Flo has brought it
Well
back.
done, ma'am.
And it's great to have you here, Chef T. Flo.
We're on the island now.
Yes,
Welcome.
Welcome. Come on.
Yeah, from Ketu to
We are wrapping it up for this morning, however.
Yeah, it's been a great show. Thank you for being a part of this show.
Yeah.
And the week has just started. It's the final Monday in the month of January.
Yeah.
By Friday, the week is ending. The month is ending on Friday. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye. Have a great one. Bye.